Okay, let's start by paying homage to the Buddha. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So last week we introduced the base and the present tense. Okay, so to the base form, if we add the present tense verb termination, so we can form the present tense or present verb. So in this way, here haradi, harandi, harasi, harata, harami, harama, and also, if we use that gach, so now we get the gacha. So gacha also gachadi, gachandi, gachasi, gachata, gachami, gachama. Okay, and then so the other one like a root da, so dadadi, dadandi, dadasi, dadata, dadami, dadama. And so for the day also dedi, dendi, desi, deta, demi, dema, like that. So now we have got the verb base if we add the verb termination. So present verb termination, we can find the present verb. And the imperative verb termination, we can find the imperative verb. Optative verb termination, so we can find the optative verb. Okay. So, and also here, for the present tense to understand the meaning. So haradi, he takes, harandi, they take. And harasi, you take, harata, you plural take. And the harami, I take. So harama, we take. So in this way also, here you see, gacha. So gachadi, he goes. Gachandi, they go. Gachasi, you go. Gachata, you go. So gachami, I go. Gachama, we go. So to, the daddy, he gives. The dandy, they give. So the dasi, you give. The data, you give. And the dami, I give. The dama, we give. So in this way, meaning also can be understood. So actually, so from the root or from the base, we need to learn the not but form, the other, at the very beginning. So I introduced two types of verb. So independent verb and then dependent verb. So independent verb, like the necessity, the independent verb. So now together, these both methods together we will practice. So at the time, so your Pāļi knowledge will increase, and also understanding also will deeper and deeper. It's to become deeper and deeper, or deeply you can understand. So that is why before practicing, we are forming those also. Now one of them is so Prandi, that verb base. And now, so gerund form or gerund verb. So, or the other one, gerund, or maybe in scholar, some scholar, absolute. Yeah, absolute verb. So to form that, so commonly one is So root. And then, oh, okay, that one. So to form that such a absolute verb, we use the, so gerund or, so absolute suffix we add. So they are just doa and the ya. So these doa and ya add to the root. So the meaning of these, gerund, doa, and doa and ya means, so for example, so root har, we have learned, to take. Okay, so to the hara, so if we add the doa, so actually, firstly base we have. Okay, hara and the doa at the time, it inserted. So at the time, the meaning of hara also to take, just to take. But when we add this doa with the e insertion, so we had the hare. Okay, so at the time, the meaning is having taken, that having taken, the sense of that also. Okay, and then the other way next, number 2. So after taking, that sense also. Actually the same meaning, but in English, in this way we use. And then now that one is, take and, so that rate our has. That in this way can be understood. The meaning of 3, take and. So to have the sense of above, so we can use these gerund suffix, doa or ya. Doa is very common. Ya is occasionally will be used. So that is why, now to form such a, the gerund or absolute form. So some root to the root, doa is added. But the other one like a hara, so to the base, that doa is added. So but at the time before doa, it is inserted in this way. So, and to the root, if we add, so instead of, insertion, so consonant or, so vowel changing happen. Consonant or vowel change. So in this way, 2 ways. So here, some root, so just from the base, some root, so both from the root or from the base. So we can have. So to get the sense of having, now based on that, so briefly can be, understood here. So having taken, generally, having verb, so ed, en. Okay, and then for this one, sorry. Or this one also, general note. After and the bath, ing. And for this one, so bath and the and. So in this way can be understood. Bath and. Okay. So that is meaning of that such a gerund form. And then so this one is meaning. So to have such a meaning, so we can form. So now to form that, so we have the two formulas or two formulas. So in this way. Okay, now the first one. So ru gam. Okay. So ru gam mean to go. Okay. Ru gam mean to go. And then after that, the doa is added. So at that time we have the gan doa. So the meaning of gan doa is so gan mean to go, but by adding the doa. So here you see consonant changing. Even though here ma and ma sound, but here change to the na because of da. So to be the same group da. So now so ma change to the na. Okay. So the meaning of that is here because according to this formula, so having maybe root gaming gone. Okay. So having gone or after going and go and having gone after going, go and okay. Having gone. So three meanings. So three ways to translate such a verb. Having gone after going and gone, go and. And then, so that uh, root gam is changed to the gach because and the so verb so conjugated sign so we have the gacha. Okay, to the gacha. So that door is added, but here it is inserted. So the form is gache door. So here also just it inserted. Okay, so according to this, sorry, here consonant changing, but here E is inserted. So before door, E is added before door. So in this way. So now we have the gache door. That gache door also the same meaning, having gone or after going and the go and. So having gone after going and the go and. Okay. Having gone after going and the go and. So that is why, whenever we have the new verb, so to be familiar with the Pāli vocabulary and we are Pāli grammar system, so we need to practice. So for example here, so root gam, right? So gam, and then with the so base is gacha. So, and then gacha D, gachandi, gacha C, gachata, gachami, gachama, by adding D and the sitamima. And also, gachadi, he goes. Gachandi, they go. Gachasi, you go. Gachata, you go. Gachami, I go. Gachama, we go. After that, so Gandawa, Gachedawa, two form. Gandawa, Gachedawa. So having gone, after going, go and. So in this way, we need to practice. Okay, so now that is for the root gam. Actually, that is only for the one form. So this one is present verb. That the present verb is okay. One step. After the second step is gerund. Okay. Now the steps. The step is past participle. Past participle. So that one also, that past participle suffix is, da or na. So here, gerund suffix is the dwa or ya. So ya form I didn't say, okay, because that ya form is not so common. But later, when, in which situation, so that ya is applying also, I will explain. But now, to complete the all verb system in Pāli. So now, suffix is da and na, but wheel formula is the same as this formula. So the past one, to the root, but not da. So da or not added. At that time, also consonant changing, vowel changing will happen. And the second one is to the, da. At that time, we don't use na, only da. So at that time, also it is inserted before the, da. So in this way, it can be. Formula is the same, you see, not so different. So here, example. So for example, root gam. So root gam mean to go, right? We already. So to the root gam, if we add the da, so we get the gada. So here, consonant changing, but ma dropped. Okay, ma dropped. So the meaning of root gam is to go, but here, the meaning is past participle, that is just gone. Not included the sense of having or the sense of after or the sense of end. Those have been, after, or end are the meaning of the, doa. But here just past participle, just gone. Past participle. Okay. And then we have the this form is not from the base. Gachita we don't have. So that is another root I will introduce. So root got root got also not from the base. So what is it? The root so ni prefix root is sat. Okay. Sat means to sit. To sit down. So here just na is used. But here the seven is sa is changed to the seed. So at that time, just to the base it is added. So that is why da na change to the na. And then be here e, but this e before the double consonant. So e becomes short. So that is why we have the nisei na. Nisena. Also past participle sit. So the meaning of sit here, set. Okay, set. Nisena. Nisidita. Sorry. So the other simple word, handa, hanita. So another form with the okay, let me see. Oh, the one what I remember. Maybe the one that Bob also rubuch to eat. So that is added. At that time we can the both that. But the one, so consonant changing ja da to the da da. So both da. So the meaning is eaten, past participle. But its base is rubuch. But sign is later we will learn are now not included yet. So negida and the R. So base form we get the bonja. Bonja. So that to the bonja we add the da. So according to this formula, bonja base. So at the time before the da, it is inserted. So bonjita. You see here Bodha, but here Bonjita. The meaning is the same actually. Eaten. So because one form is come from the root, one form is from the base. That is why. So Bodha also eaten, Bonjita also eaten. That is the way of forming the past participle. So that is why Samba coming from the root, Sambab coming. So for the root gan, we don't have the gachita. For the nisad also only nisina. But nisida, nisidita we don't have. So for the past participle. But some root like a butch can be both. So both da and the bonjita in this way. Okay, and then now this one is that one. So now up to this one. So we can, so for example, like the gachati. So gachandi. And then, so gachasi, gachata, and then gachami, and then gachama. Just, to the gacha base, just adding the anti-sita mima, you see? So after that, so Jaran, second steps, so Gandoa or so Gache Doa. Okay. After that now, so past participle form is Gata. So So in this way, gata. And then now next step. So that is number 3, right? Past participle. Now we will go to the present participle. Present participle. So this one is number 4. So present participle. So present participle above. Actually, so we use the present participle suffix. The one is and, maybe be so also included. The other one is mana. And another one is ana. Actually, this ana is not new one, so just removing this mana or ana in this. But anda and mana are very common. That ana is quite rare, not so common. Okay, so by adding, but we are forming the that present participle is only one way we have. Only one. So to the base that, and or mana or ana is added. And then the other one also rarely change. Okay, I mean, some are a little bit change, but so rarely. Okay, so we can form in this way. So for example, now we have learned the sum roots. Now from the beginning, one root we have ha. So its base is with the a. So hara, to take. And then next, root gam. So with the a. So gacha, to go. And then the other one, so ruda. But ruda is da, even though we know without using a. So that is to give. And then now today, so new root, we need prefix, root sad, and the a. So ni si da, mean to sit. And then so ru buj. But sign is later, those signs also widely I will explain. Now just focusing on the such about change it. Okay. So now we have the bonja. So to eat. Okay. So now to form this present participle. So that present participle, you see present participle, okay, the past base is here from the heart. So hara. And the ant. So here two vowel, one of them is drop. So harant. And then, so hara. And the mana. So hara, mana. And then the other one, hara. And the ana. So harana. Okay, these, present participle, that is why the meaning is hara mean take. But now present participle taking. Basic meaning is taking. But later, who is taking. So that's sense. Maybe based on the connection, why taking. So that's sense also. That is based on the sentence structure. So just taking or who is taking. So too in the past participle, even the original meaning is gone, but so which is gone. So that sense also can be understood. Here also eaten. Later, that one can be understood, which is eaten in this way. So now we have the three surface that is three forms. So harand, haramana, harana. Okay, now another base is so gacha. So that is fine, gachand. Okay. Now, so from the gacha, rightly, we all change it, is not so different. So gachand, and then so gacha mana, and the gachana. So gaming to go, gacha also to go, but because of present participle and mana and the ana, the same as the taken, so going, and who is taking, who is going, why taking, why going. So in this way can be understood. And then now from the so another base da. So base is here da da. Okay, da da. So now da da. So the dant here also becomes short because of double consonant. And then before the mana also becomes short. So the da mana. Okay, the dant, the da mana, and the dana. So the meaning of so gacha mean to go. So that is when get so going. The meaning of da is to give. So that is when the dant, the da mana, the dana, given or who is given. Okay. And then now another base, so nisita, right? So the nisita mean to sit. So ni si dant, and then ni si da mana, and then ni si dana. Sitting or who is sitting. Sitting or who is sitting or why sitting. So here three, you see, taking. So here who is taking, maybe it refers to the thing, so will be which is taken in this way, which is taken in this. That is some meaning of the present participle. And then now the last verb base is bonja. Bonja means to eat. So bonjant and then bonja, mana, and then bonja, na. So bonja means to eat. Now bonjan, bonja mana, bonja na. Eating, who is eating or what is eating, and why eating. So basically can be understood in this way. Okay, so these we are forming the present participle. And then now the last part of the verb is so whenever we get the verb, the root, new root, so these 5 verbs we should form. So in this way, we can, when we read the original text, so many vocabulary we have already, this one is present tense, or this one is present participle, this one is past participle, this one is gerund, this one is like that. We can all at the time. Only, the meaning of root we get, we can understand all. So that is why. So we need to be familiar with such a one. So this one is a technical term is gerundive. Gerundive or simply, so future passive participle. Okay. So for the future gerundive or future passive participle, so commonly we have the 3 suffix. Okay, so future passive and then participle. So suffix are, daba, aniya, and then ya. So here also ya. At the very beginning also, the gerund suffix also ya here we have. But gerund suffix I didn't explain yet. Okay, later when we practice or when we learn detail at the time, I will explain that one. So now by adding these 3 suffix, they are, future passive participle. But when with the example, we can understand. So for example, rukar. So so for that one also, so we have 2 ways, like this one. Someone from the root, someone from the base. In this way. And then, so now the person from the root. Root booch. We have already known that. Root booch is to eat. Okay. So to eat, and then we add the, this daba. So actually, sorry. Here we daba, and then aniya and the ya. Here also, daba is very common, and ya also less common, and then ya is rare. Here also actually, that is inserted. That Dabba, but Aniya. Ya is not found with the base. Okay, maybe. So now before the Dabba. Not before the Aniya, not before the Ya. Oh, before the Ya also. Before the Ya also. We can find some places. Okay. So now Butch and the Dabba. But this one is from the root. So at that time, we have the Bot Dabba. Just change it. So Ja Da change to the Da Da. So this Ja and this Da become the same as the Da Da. And then this Uba will also change to the O. So now the meaning of that one. Here, the meaning of root butch is to eat, but so the suffix daba is used to get the sense of future passive. So future means like it should or ought to or must be like that, but passive. That is why that one is so that is future passive. So should and then passive be. So because of be, we cannot use eat. So eat also change to the eaten. So should be eaten. But so that one is adjective. These are adjective. Okay. So one word I skip. So okay. I will explain again. So what order? So this one is adjective, future passive participle. Adjective. So that is the sense. What should be eaten? What should be eaten? So that is the meaning of the daba, aniya, and the a. So basically can be understood as a basic meaning. So what should be? And then after that, ba. So ed or en in this way can be. What should be? So that is right here. What should be eaten? What should be eaten? So and then this root butch can be found with the this aniya also. Aniya at that time, such a change. Here bawe, that is an ja, will not be changed to the bawe. So only when they are consonant will be changed like the ja da to the da da. So bo janiya. Okay, bo janiya, aniya. You see? But root bawe, like so. In the root, sorry, this U is changed to the O. Here also U is changed to the O. So the meaning is the same. What should be eaten? What should be eaten? So another one. So for example, ruda. Ruda is to give. But so dabba. But here nothing changed. Da dabba. So here da mean to give. But dabba means should be. So what should be given? the meaning is what should be given. And then Dania, maybe Dania also with the Ania, but rarely, no. So Ni, yeah, I'm not sure. So that is with the question mark. Also that one also, but the second one, Ruda, the suffix ya. So the suffix ya before the ya here irregular change. So e is inserted even though here vowel, and then now so da, so become the de. So de. But here quite special one. So the first one, R is changed to the A, and then so here maybe change to the ya. This it also become the ya or something. So in this, that is D. The same meaning what should be given. Okay, what should be given. So in this way, actually 5, but actually 6 should be. One word I skip. So the one number 2. So exactly the same as the gerund. Okay, so that is fine. That one should be number 3 actually. But so it is called the infinitive verb. So to form the infinitive verb, so we use the common infinitive suffix that is do. Okay, do. So the meaning of that do is to take. Oh, sorry, to, but to, and then verb, to verb 1 or to verb infinitive. So for example here, that one also can be ruhar and para base. So and here, so dome is added. So harito. Okay, harito. But the meaning of that one is only one way, just to take. So here, this one is present. Also to take, but this to take me in order to take. In order to take. Or for, so purpose. So commonly this infinitive form we use for the purpose. So that one also a kind of the verb. And this one also, a kind of the verb, but not main verb. They are absolutive verb or infinitive verb. Okay. But this past participle is adjective. And also this present participle also adjective. Okay, so now this one should be number 4, right? And then present participle, this one should be number 5. This one should be number 6. Okay, so that is why, when we learn the one root, so completely, okay, next time we can practice now. So from the root, one root. So okay, from the one root, so we can have the one main verb, like a present tense, future tense, past tense. So we are forming the past, present, future. Also later we will use that one. Now main. So to practice that. Okay, so the first one is the main verb, and the second one. So okay, just gerund. So gerund verb. So and that one, infinitive verb. So from the root, and maybe okay, from the base also we can say an infinitive verb. And then so past participle, adjective, and number 5. So present participle, adjective, and now the last one, number 6. So future, passive, participle, adjectives. So in this way, 5 types of verbs we can get from the single root. So at that time, when we read, after understanding this information, so when we read the text, most of words are maybe one not gerund, or one not infinitive, one not past participle, or one not present participle, or one not the future passive participle, like that. So at the time, the part of verb is become easier for us to us. Okay, so now this one is the same. For each root can have these 5 or these 6. These 6. So for example, one root, maybe in Pāļi easy, even though here I don't use Pāļi easy, but maybe some of you already familiar. So root da, and so da wa. So da mean to run, right? Okay, so da wa base. So as a present participle, after that, like a, D and the and D and so on, edit. And that is for one. And then, so by adding that, so we can have and our D, one D, and so on. And number 2, by adding the dwa, so da wei dwa. Okay, just da wei dwa. And then number 3, so da wa and e and do, da we do. Okay. And number 4, like a da we da. And number 5, like a, so da want, or and the da wa mana, da wa na. And then the last one, number 6. So da we daba. Maybe the other dawaniya or dawiya are not found. So in this way, whenever we know the new root or new verb, so these 6 we should practice. So at the time, Pāli grammar is, quite systematic, you find out. And then so not so difficult to understand the Pāli structure, the structure of the Pāli language also. Okay, this one is for the part. Okay, so now that is a brief for verb system. So later when extending, we are forming the other verb. So we will practice next time. Okay, so any question? Okay, Damadra. So yeah, open your mic.
Can you hear me, Bante?
Yeah, now here.
Okay. Now for the number 3, that is infinitive verb.
Right.
Can you show the number 3?
Number 3, right.
Infinitive verb. Is it necessary to remove the...
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Bante. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, Sadhu Bante.
Okay, welcome. Okay, so if no more questions, so let me start here by saying sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu,
Sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Sayadaw.
Thank you so much, Sadhu.
Sadhu,
Thank
sadhu.
you so much, Sayadaw.
Thank you very much,
Sadhu.
Sayadaw, for
Thank
that.
you so much for
Good
the
night,
Good
Sayadaw.
night and Suki Hotu Sada.
Good night.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Good night, Sukiotu.